essay paper, one of the most important papers. It is make or break paper as far as your civil services preparation is concerned. Skills that are required are very different. You are expected to write 900 to 1200 words to keep closely to the subject of the essay. Arrange their ideas in an orderly fashion. An engaging introduction, well-developed body, paragraphs, and a visionary and a balanced conclusion. It has been asked previously that good fences make good neighbors. Now is the only time. If 2026 is when you are writing your civil services examination, now these 3 months, December, January, February are the probably only 3 months where you will have some time, where you will have to find time for your essay preparation. Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we are here to have a brief discussion. Take it as a reminder for all of you, those who are planning to appear for civil services examination in 2026, that these 3 months are the key months where you will be preparing for your essay paper. Now, essay paper is one of the papers in your mains. In fact, the examination starts with the essay paper. It is a 250 marks paper in which in the allotted period of 3 hours you are expected to attempt 2 essays. Yes, and in this duration you need to write a well structured, well articulated, a comprehensive and analytical essay on the topic that you might have chosen. Now, essay paper happens to be one of the very important, a key paper as far as UPSC mains is concerned. One cannot expect to clear civil services without securing decent marks in the essay paper. However, it is an irony that students tend to ignore the essay paper, especially students who are giving their first attempt or second attempt. They tend to ignore the essay paper. Why does this happen? Because we are overwhelmed with the preparation of our remaining 4 GS papers, our optional paper, and we find ourselves short of time as far as preparation of the essay paper is concerned. But trust me, this is one of the most important papers. It is make or break paper as far as your civil services preparation is concerned. Yes, you cannot really choose, you cannot afford to ignore this paper. Yes, also one of the reasons why students tend to ignore or take this paper lightly is because they feel that they have accumulated significant information through your optional, through your GS preparation, through your newspaper reading, that you will be in a relatively decent position if an essay that you are asked to write. Yes, but we find that it is writing a GS answer, writing an optional answer is very different from writing or from attempting an essay paper. The skills that are required are very different. You are expected to write 900 to 1200 words. Yes, so basically we say around 1100 to 1200 words per essay, 2 essays within a period of 3 hours, which you need to think, you need to brainstorm, you need to structure, you need to come out with the required points to write a well-rounded essay. It is not that easy. Yes, of course, the information that you have garnered through your GS and your mains preparation would be very helpful, but that would not suffice. Or else, in other words, if we say that thinking that just by preparing for GS and your optional and on that fine day you start writing your first essay, you will not be in a position to do so. In fact, essay, another myth associated with essay is that it is one paper which does not require as much preparation. It only maybe requires the writing skills. Yes, this is once again a misnomer. You need, just like every other subject, you need some material, some quote, some anecdotes, some stories. Yes, some content that you would prepare for topics, for selected ideas, themes, and a given on which an essay might be asked. Yes, so that preparation needs to be done. Yes, without that, if you go about in your civil services means, you end up losing marks, you end up losing that very attempt. Yes, so we need to be using this time, this available time of 3 months very judiciously, very wisely to prepare for our essay. Before we get into why and how should we use this time judiciously, let us understand the importance of the essay paper. As I told you, it is a make or break paper. It carries, why is it a make or break paper? Because it carries a significant weightage. Yes, you find that it is a paper of 250 marks, and you can score, if you write a decent essay, you will be able to score 50%, 125. 120 plus is a decent score in an essay paper. Yes, and similarly, there are 4 other GS papers. Yes, so in GS paper 1, 2 and 3, even if you prepare, you spend around 2 months. In GS paper 1, you have to study the modern Indian history, the post-independence history, the world history, you study geography, you study society. Yes, so you cover so much. You would be spending a lot of time preparing those topics, but still then, yes, the decent score revolves around 100, 110 marks. Similarly, the next GS2 paper, polity, governance, social justice and international relations. Once again, you spend a decent time preparing for those topics, current affairs, updations and all such things, and still the marks that you can secure is, it hovers in this range of say 95 to 115. Once again, GS3, you invest significant time preparing for your economics, for your disaster management. Yes, and still the marks that you can secure hovers around maybe 100, 100 to 115, 120. GS4, of course, it is one another paper where, where you get decent marks for the if you have written decent answers. It is one another paper that you need to be mindful if you want to be clearing civil services mains. Yes, and another such paper happens to be essay. Yes, so in this mix of civil services mains, of all the papers, we say that you prepare very well your optional, be thorough in your optional, because these subjects are scoring, you end up scoring 50% and more in your optional if you have prepared well. Yes, then is your ethics paper, and then is your essay paper. These 3 papers are the 3 determining papers as far as you making the cutoff list, you clearing the cutoff and making into the list of students who will be appearing for civil services interview. Yes, and final list, if you want to make into that list, you need to score well as far as GS paper 4 optional as well as essay. Yes, so you find that significant weightage, because in these papers you can score 50% and more, which is generally not the case with other 3 GS papers. Yes, it is a very significant rank decider. The final rank that you secure, it depends on the marks that you have scored across these 3 papers, and significantly as far as the essay paper. One just example is this marks card put up by this student Vikram Garewal. Yes, he appeared for civil services mains 2018, and he was able to secure the 51st rank. Yes, so he made it into the desired service, the most desired service generally speaking, which happens to be IAS. Yes, so you can see his marks. In the essay paper, he has secured 161. In GS paper 1, he secured 86. In GS paper 2, he has secured 106. In GS paper 3, 106. GS paper 4, 111. In his optional, which was history, paper 1, 133. Paper 2, 142. Yes, so you find out of all the papers in his mains examination, Yes, it is in his essay that he has significantly scored very high marks. What does this point out? It points out to the possibility that yes, you all can also score decent marks, if not 161, 135, 140, 145 also is a probable score as far as essay is concerned, and that really makes your sum total stand apart. It becomes the determining factor as far as your rank is concerned, as far as you clearing UPSC is concerned. Yes, so please, my suggestion to all my dear students, which I repeat often, is that please do not ignore your essay paper, and please prepare for your essay paper. Yes, take those 10 days out where you will be preparing for the essay paper. Now let us just have a look as to what is expected in your essay paper. Yes, UPSC expects the candidates to keep closely, yes, to keep closely to the subject of the essay. Arrange their ideas in an orderly fashion. Yes, keep closely to the subject. What does it mean? It means that you stick to the topic. Yes, if the topic takes a stand for you, for example, fulfillment of new women is a myth, then you say, yes, fulfillment of new women is a myth. Yes, whatever might be the stand taken up in the essay topic, you will stick by it. Then it asks you to arrange your ideas in an orderly fashion. What does it mean? Write a well-structured essay. That means there has to be a logical sequence to your essay. You start with an introduction, then you get into maybe the causes, then you describe the effect. Yes, then you describe the effect across the economic domain, across the political domain, across the societal domain. Yes, how does it impact democracy? And then you get into the way forward, and then you conclude. So there has to be a logical flow to your essay. And write concisely and use effective and exact expression. That means you have, yes, expression. As far as your writing skill is concerned, you have to be precise. Yes, you have to write your essays concisely and use effective and exact expression. It requires that you are able to effectively communicate your point of view. Credit is not only given for content but also for language, coherence and structure. When the examiner is saying that marks is also given for language, he or she does not mean that you need to write flowery language. You need to write a sophisticated language. What you need to write is an effective language, effective expression, exact expression for the sentiments, for the ideas, for the concepts that you want to convey. Yes, so this is what is expected, and this will not come without preparation. One fine day, if I write the essay in the examination hall, I will not be able to fulfill this criteria. This criteria tells me that I need to prepare. Yes, what is the strategies for success as far as essay is concerned? You need to go for planning of your essay. Each essay that you write, you need to brainstorm your essay so that you do not randomly write. You are not expected to randomly write down points. There has to be flow, there has to be a structure to your essay. Next, follow a clear structure which is engaging. Yes, with an engaging introduction, well-developed body, paragraphs, and a visionary and a balanced conclusion. Yes, so it has to follow. Yes, you have to have an engaging introduction. It cannot be a bland introduction. You have to grasp the attention of the examiner. Then it has to be a well-developed body where you deal with this topic thoroughly in well-developed paragraphs. Yes, and it should be. Also, one thing that you need to be mindful, that essay is always written in paragraph. You will not use points whatsoever in your essay. Even if I were to mention a few points, through points I want to give certain concept, I will go firstly, secondly, further also I'll use such words rather than numbering it down. Yes, so it has to be in a paragraph format, and the conclusion needs to be balanced. It shows that you are a balanced person. You need to critically analyze your stand, critical views, to show that you are a balanced personality. You are willing to see the other side of the coin. However, the conclusion has to be visionary. That means it has to be forward looking. It should not be a negative conclusion. It should show that you are a hopeful person. Yes, who's hopeful that yes, there is a possibility of change, there is a possibility of a betterment. Then also, as far as the discussion of the essay, it has to be multi-dimensional. I will not restrict my essay to a singular dimension. For example, one of the essay topics has been that good fences make a good neighbors. Yes, it has been asked previously that good fences make a good neighbors. If you are a student of international relations, a student of security, your mind goes to international relations, whereby clearly defined borders help in establishing good bilateral ties maybe. But then the entire essay cannot be about international relation. It can come down to interpersonal relation. Yes, so interpersonal within, at the national level, within various institutions of governance, everywhere. And apart from international relations, you require well demarcated borders, well defined borders. You need to define boundaries in interpersonal relation as well as in say amongst the various institutions of governance. There has to be clearly defined role given to the legislature, to the executive, and to the judiciary, for example. Yes, so their jurisdiction needs to be well defined only for them to harmoniously function. Yes. So there has to be clear defined function given to the Prime Minister, clear defined function given to the President. Otherwise, there is a possibility of conflict. So you have to across multi-dimensional, yes, across a sphere, in the economic sphere, in personal life, in societal existence, yes, in economic dimension, in political dimension, you need to analyze. International political dimension, you need to analyze a particular topic wherever there is a scope. Yes, so this is the strategy to success. This is what is expected of me. Now, how do I deliver it? So, what to do? How do I deliver what is expected of me? I deliver it by preparing, practicing, and practicing a little more. This is the only key to success. There is no other way to succeed. Yes, the way to succeed is you sit down on your table and chair, and keeping your head down, you prepare. With sincerity, with dedication, you are expected to prepare and then practice. There is no shortcut, no other way around, and you need to practice a lot more. Yes, essay preparation, I told you, it would not require you as much preparation as you require for your optional or GS. In fact, the knowledge that you have garnered there, knowledge that you garnered as part of your graduation, knowledge that you garnered as part of your experiences in life, and as part of your hobbies if you are pursuing anything, as part of the movies, as part of the novels that you have read, you can incorporate all that information. Plus, you will prepare at least for 10 days, if not more. Yes, prepare for a week or 10 days, concerted preparation for essay, where you look into the quotes, where you look into the anecdotes, you prepare certain recurrent themes. Yes, certain themes, irrespective of the topic that is asked, there is a greater possibility for you to use those themes. Yes, your ethics paper becomes very helpful. These days they are asking abstract topics on ideas such as happiness, leadership, yes, fulfillment, satisfaction, Yes, all this you can bring in the topics, the ideas, the thinkers, the quotes that you are using for your ethics paper, your optional paper, your GS paper, anything. So do not shy away from bringing all that information. Movies, you can quote certain movies, certain novels. You need to make your essay interesting, engaging for the examiner, apart from structuring, coherence, clarity of communication, etc., which is demanded in your essay paper. Yes, so what should we do? We need to prepare, practice and practice some more. And coming back to the topic from which we started, why these 3 months are crucial as far as your essay preparation is concerned, because otherwise you will not find sufficient time. These are the 3 months which you have in your hand to prepare for essay. Otherwise you have your prelims coming up for 2026. It is scheduled to be held on 24th of May. General wisdom says that 2.5 to 3 months before the prelims, you shift to the prelims mode. Yes, where you prepare primarily from prelims perspective. Otherwise, throughout the year, your preparation is in an integrated format is what you are preparing. Yes, so starting from yes, starting from somewhere around end of February or 1st of March, you will start. March, April, May, you will be preparing for your prelims. So it is only these 3 months of November, December, December, January and February that you have. Yes, that you have for your essay preparation. So it is expected that you prepare during these 3 months your essay topics. Otherwise, as the prelims near, your nerves start to act up, and you would not be in a position to take up an essay topic and prepare for it, or write an essay. You are not able to do that. You are not able to find the time or the mental space to do the same. Similarly, you will be appearing for your mains on 24th May, and on 21st of August your mains will start. The first paper generally is the essay paper. Yes, so within 3 months, not even exact 3 months, you are expected to write your mains. And when you are writing your mains, you will have multiple things that you are preparing for. You will be practicing your optional, your GS, as well as your essay. But you cannot leave your essay to be completely prepared in those 3 months. That becomes a very wrong strategy, a suboptimal strategy. You will be in paucity of time. You need to have a significant amount of preparation done before prelims, so that you are confident as you get into mains preparation mode. You know that yes, I have something to fall back upon, and now is the time when I will be simply practicing essay writing. Yes, so with this, what I want to say is that now is the only time. If 2026 is when you're writing your civil services examination, now these 3 months, December, January, February, are the probably only 3 months where you will have some time, where you will have to find time for your essay preparation. Yes, so please, the only suggestion is, please use these 3 months judiciously for your essay preparation. While you are reading newspapers, be mindful of what information you can use for your essay. While you are preparing for your optional, your GS, please be mindful of that information. Yes, plus prepare prepare some additional notes, prepare some quotes, some anecdotes for your essay, and also practice essay writing. One of the very good guides can be your previous year questions. Fall back upon them. Write a good essay, time bound, in a time bound format. Write your essays. You can evaluate your essay on your own. What I mean by it is that after you have written your essays, within that 3 hours you have written your 2 essays, or at least within 1.5 hours you have written 1 essay, then go for self reading of that essay peacefully. After, take a gap of maybe half an hour, 15-20 minutes. Maybe you have written the essay now in the evening. before sleeping, before going to bed, maybe you go for self-evaluation, take out half an hour to 1 hour, read through your essay, see what changes would you like to make, what you have written, are you happy with it, would you want to reorganize, restructure your essay. Yes, you need to engage in self-evaluation. Were you able to complete your essay within the given half an hour, 1.5 hours time? Were you able to brainstorm? Were you able to structure it well? All that. You can ask your friends to evaluate it for you. Yes, you can ask your seniors if they can find time and evaluate it for you. You can, or else engage, enroll in test series. Yes, and if you want that concerted preparation of essay. Yes, so whatever is the means that you choose, the only ask is that you prepare for your essays in these 3 months. Otherwise, students end up regretting because they find a paucity of time as far as the essay paper. And let us be strategic in our preparation. Also, based on cost benefit analysis, you find that it is essay paper which really helps you in your examination process. We have seen the example we have seen the example of Vikram Garewal. Yes, out of all the papers that he attempted, it was the essay paper in which he secured the maximum marks. And that can be the case with you as well, which will help you, which will give you that additional push which you require to clearing the cutoff and making it into the desired ranks. Yes, on that note, I would like to conclude this session. It was a session to encourage all of you to draw your attention to your essay paper. So please go ahead and do the needful, prepare for your essay in these 3 months. Thank you.